Hello, everyone. My name is Rebecca. I'm a designer. I specialize in creating plans for custom new homes or remodels of existing spaces. I work out of Billings, Montana, but I work with clients all over the country. And I wanted to share a quick video with you today talking about what the deliverables are when you work with me. So, quite often people wonder, I'm paying all this money, what do I actually get? What is the end result of this? And what will I be taking then to the builder, to the next person that's going to be helping me with this project? So, really quick, I'm going to walk you through a sample project that I did. And this is a pretty good example of what you can expect to receive. So, I am not an architect, I do not do the engineering, but I'm also better than a draftsperson in that I actually design and create these spaces, and then I simply also draft them so that you have that document that is allowing you to build. You take this to your builder, it has all the information they need to build this house. So, right off the bat, up here we have page 1. This is the main floor of the house. You'll notice it has dimensions, it has all of the window and door locations. This is an actual floor plan that can be built. In the little notes section, it calls out the main floor square footage, it calls out what the ceiling heights are, and then just a few little notes of things that the contractor needs to verify based on the site location. Page number 2, this house has a second story, so here's the second floor plan. Again, all that same information. And then because there are staircases in this project, we have to do a cross section showing that the minimum headroom has been met, that you can actually walk up the stairs without bumping your head. Next, we have a roof layout. Now, as I mentioned, I am not an architect or an engineer. This is merely a picture of what the roof looks like, what I envision the roof looking like, and then the builder will take that to the engineer of their choice for getting the truss package put together or stick framing it. But this just gives them an idea of the pitch and roughly where I want those gable ends to be, or whatever the roof style is. And then a few exterior views, again, simply illustrating what the roof could look like. Then a foundation plan. Now, obviously, it follows the perimeter. Generally, the roof engineer, truss engineer will look at this, come up with their plan for up above, and then say, okay, now this needs to be a bearing wall, so therefore we need an additional footing here. They'll let me know, I'll add it into the plans, and then that becomes part of the construction document set. And then lastly, we have a series of elevations. Elevations are two-dimensional flat images of the vertical elements of the house that you can't see on a flat two-dimensional plan view of the house. So this is exterior, front, and back. Again, it shows kind of the overall height of the project. It shows how all the windows line up. And then here we have the two sides as well. Again, it shows kind of where these roof lines hit, what the siding materials are, how we've got some different options here for vertical and horizontal siding. And then these are interior elevations. These are kind of like a planning list. So when you're getting ready to do this project and you need to decide on all of your cabinetry and closet systems for the house, this is the page that you take to your cabinet vendor. You say, I've got, a 10-foot long wall in the kitchen. This is where my sink is located. This is where my fridge is located. And then your cabinet designer will take what's here and put specific products to it to place your order. And this carries through for kitchen, pantry, bathroom, laundry, all of that. And then master closet. So again, you can plan ahead and figure out what closet system you need. Because not everyone needs just a single rod with space for ball gowns. Most people want stacked top and bottom and all of that. And then the last page on here is what's called a window and door schedule. And sometimes I'll also include an equipment schedule as well. Basically, this is, again, a shopping list for you or your builder to take to your window and door vendor. Are we doing double hung windows? Are we doing, casement windows? Are we doing crankouts? What kind of doors do we have? Do we have bifolds on the closet? Do we have French doors, sliding doors? Are we doing pocket doors? Barn doors. So this just calls out all the dimensions, the locations, the type, how it works, and essentially creates that shopping list. An equipment schedule is kind of the same, but it lists out the appliances. So it says, okay, in the kitchen plan, we've accounted for a 36-inch refrigerator, we've accounted for a sink, a disposal, a dishwasher, all of these things, and essentially creates the shopping list based on the plan that's been created. That is the construction documents. That's what your builder will need. Then this is what you, as the excited homeowner, will be wanting to see. is the 3D images. So the drafting software that I use is called Chief Architect. It creates pretty nice interior 3D views with very little time put into it because everything already has a 3D component in the template. What that means for you is I can very quickly create these 3D views so you can actually see what your house is going to look like before you move in. So materials and finishes, those all can change, but this gives you a really good idea of how the space fits together. You can see how the windows come in, how the spacing in the kitchen is. We've got this section up here where there's a little bit of an overlook balcony, which is pretty awesome. Then this image on the left is actually what I have from Chief Architect, and then I copied into Photoshop and really dress it up to create this really cool, nearly photorealistic image to really show you what some of the different material choices could be. We were looking at a paint palette here, and we wanted to see what it would look like in the environment. And then the second page here, again, we have a few more of those 3D interior views, especially places where there's going to be a lot of traffic or the fun stuff like the bathroom. I always like to show my clients these views. But that just really helps you envision how much space you have, how it's going to work for you and your family. And then last but not least, if a client needs a little bit additional help with picking out the materials for the space, really coming up with what color scheme is going to look best, I'll put this together as well. And this is just, again, sort of a preliminary rough draft. Hey, here's some really cool ideas. Here's some things that would look really nice together. And then as the project progresses, we'll whittle it down, we'll fine tune it and pick the specific products. But this is just a look board. So that is what I consider the deliverables on a new home plan project. If this is something that you're interested in, whatever part of the country you're in, I would love to chat with you more. Also, feel free to check out my website, www.rchomedesign.com, or feel free to comment and message here. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'd love to chat with you, and hopefully you learned something. Have a wonderful day. Bye.